All praise is due to Allah, and we ask Allah to raise the rank of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him. Today, our lesson will be about dry purification, which we call it in Arabic at tayammum, meaning that when you use tayammum when there is no water. So, there are some reasons or some three matters that makes it permissible to make dry purification, to make tayammum. The first one is the absence of water. And the absence of water, it could be that there is no water around you, or it's available but it was very, very high price and you cannot afford to buy it. Well, this one is not available here in our country, but I mean, just in explaining the Islamic knowledge. The second one is the sickness, whereby using the water would harm you. And here we need to explain more about the sickness. Some people, if they have mild sickness, they can still do perform wudu with water. But for example, if someone was in the hospital and have certain surgery and he has like the water would harm his body, then at this case he can do tayammum if it harms his body. And that's why people should seeking knowledge from trustworthy sheikh in order to know when they can use tayammum, because it's case by case according to your situation, if you are sick or not. For example, if you have a small wound here and it is covered with a certain plaster, and the doctor said that, the trustworthy doctor said that you cannot put water on the wound because it would harm you, then it's okay if you wipe by water. This is not tayammum. You can just make wudu on your whole body, except this area you can just make wipe, not water, just wipe it with your wet hand and continue wudu. But there are some cases, severe cases, which you cannot put water at all in your body or in your hand or whatever. In some cases, if water harms you, you can choose to do tayammum. The third condition that where you can make dry purification is the needing of water, even though it is present. For example, if you have only a very, very small amount of water, like this, for example, and you need this, the only available water in your place, the only one, and you are very thirsty, and if you make wudu on this, you will end up maybe dying or harm yourself because you need water, and then you are put in a place where you can't find water all around. But again, this is very rare to happen here in our country, but just I'm giving the Islamic verdict. So if this is the only small amount of water need for you to drink, and there is no water at all available, so use this for drink, and then you can do tayammum. Now, the conditions of dry purifications. There are 6 conditions for the tayammum. The first one, that it is to be performed with the pure soil or pure sands, not contaminated with any filthy najis substance. And at the same time, this sands hasn't been used twice for tayammum. You can use it only once. The second condition, that it should not be mixed with any powder or flavor. So this sands is not mixed with any flavors, any powder, any others items, or any ashes. It's a pure sand. And the third condition, that it would be performed by 2 strikes for the face and hands, which means, now we will explain how to do it later on, but when you do tayammum, you should put your both feet like this on the sand, number 1, number 2, then you make your face, number 1, number 2, then you do your hands. So it should be 2 strikes, not only one. This is the condition. The third one, removing any excuse filthy najis substance from the body before starting with the tayammum. So for example, you should be You should make istinja first. I mean, if you went to the toilet, you should make istinja. You can't have in your body najas and do tayammum or any part of your body. 5. Determination the prayer direction before performing it. You should know what is the direction of Qibla before start the tayammum. And the sixth one, that it would be after the setting of the prayer time. For example, if the Dhuhr started at 1:40, you can't make tayammum at 11 o'clock or 12. You should make until the prayer start, then the do tayammum. You can do tayammum before time. It's not like wudu. For example, at wudu with water, you can make wudu at 11, and if you didn't invalidate your wudu, you can make salat at 2 o'clock, for example. But in tayammum, no. It has to be tayammum after setting the prayer time. And for each and every prayer, you should make tayammum. You cannot make tayammum once to pray two salat. For example, in a day, if you are sick in a certain position and you have to pray the 5 prayers, you should make 5 tayammum. Obligation of tribe purifications. So now we are going to discuss the 5 integrals of the tayammum. First of all, of course, the intention. You need to make the intention in one's heart that you need to transferring this soil from its place to your face. You make the intention. Then the transfer of the soil from its place to your face. Then wiping the face, as we said that you make twice strike on the stand, 1, 2. Then you do the face like this, as if you are making wudu. Number 1, and then another one like this. As to the hand, when you make another strikes, here is your hand. You need to start like this. After you make these 2 strikes, you put your hand like this here, and you make it like this, and like this, and like this. You make sure that this hand covers every single face of it. So when you make it like this, you are doing every single part of your hand. And the same, another 2 strikes, and you do like this. And then you cover every single part. And it has to be by order. You start with face and hands, and that's it. Now, invalidation of the dry purification. How the dry purification or tayammum get invalidated. It's the same as wudu. Whatever invalidates wudu, it would invalidate tayammum. And of course, as we mentioned before, the wudu will be invalidated. It's by apostasy as well. If the person commit any kind of apostasy, all his act of worship will be invalidated. Types of filthy najis substance. There are 3 types of the filthy najis: the weighty, the light, the medium. The weighty is the one is coming from the dog or pig. In Arabic, we call it najasa al-kalbiyya. So this we call it the weighty one. Anything coming from the dog, if you touch the wet dog or wet pig, your hand becomes najis by hand or foot or whatever. So this is, we called it the weighty one. Not only from the dog and pig. For example, sometimes if there is a dog and a pig, and both of them together, they have a newborn of a small pig or a small dog, even that new animal, the same conditions for dog and pig. Because sometimes it happens with the animals that dog with pig and pig with dog as well. So any newborn from these animals at the same conditions. It has weighty, filthy najas. Now the light filth meshes, the light filthy najas, the light one, is the urine from the baby boy who has not eaten anything from from his mom unless only the breastfeeding the milk. He didn't eat anything for the past 2 years. This baby boy, he used only the breastfeeding milk. He didn't eat any kind of food. So this najas from the urine from the boy, only the urine we are talking. We call it light filth, and we are explaining here only the boy. If it is girl with 2 lunar year, her najas will be the same as adult. Exceptionally, only for the boy is considered that this is light for the baby boy of 2 lunar year, and he didn't eat anything except breastfeeding milk. So there are the light filth. It is many conditions. Baby boy within 2 lunar year, and he didn't eat anything except his breastfeeding. His urine is called light najas. So if it is girl, his urine is not light najas. Her, her urine najas will be as any adult. The medium filth, filth, filthy najas is all other types, like urine, pus, blood, and wine. These are, we call it najas. So, for example, if you have wine and it pour in your hand, this is najas on your hand. Now, how to purify the spot of contaminated by najas filth? When we are talking about the weighty one, which is the one if you touch your hand, a pig or a dog, you need to purifying by 7 washes with water, and one of them being mixed with the soil. In Arabic, we call it سبع مرات. You clean it with water. One of them should be mixed with soil. إحداهن ممزوجة بالتراب. One of these 7 should be mixed with uh, soil in order to clean, to purify the weighty najas. If you touch a dog or if you touch a pig. And if there is any stain while touching the dog or pig, you should keep on washing until this stain comes out. When it comes out, this is considered only one. Maybe you need to take this stain out for 100 times or whatever. All these until it is clean from this stain is considered one. Then you need to make another 6 in order to make them all of them 7. One of them should be mixed water and sand or soil. Now the other one, the other najas, if you find like عينية, النجاسة العينية, for example, urine or filthy from the back of human or animal, you need to take this physical najas first. You cannot wipe it like this. If you wipe it like this with the water or whatever, what are you doing? You are spreading all the najas all over the table or the floor. If you have, let's say, a drop of urine on the floor and you bring wipes and wipe it like this, what are you doing in this case? You are spreading all the najas all over the area, and you cannot pray here on the area if it is najas. So what you do first is you do exactly the same. For example, you take this any kind of, let's say, tissue or a mop or whatever. You take out the najas, take it out, the physical najas. Make sure that you take it out, and this is najas. You throw it. After this place has been cleared from any physical najas, then you pour the water. This is the best way to take the najas out of the place. But if you put water with the urine, mix it together, what would happen to the place? It will be all urine with water, all these najas. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best. نهلل لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم رب اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات رب اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات رب اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات